Now we've looked at architecture or interior design. We've looked at lots of paintings of interiors and lots of paintings in general for the Rococo. The Rococo also includes things like sculpture, like this piece here. This is by Clodion, and this is called Nymph and Saytr Carousing. It's a small piece. Oh, what size is it? Do I have it in my notes? I don't have the size in my notes, but it's about tabletop size, which you might be thinking that's not small. It is in comparison to the salon that you're going to be putting it in, and it's a small scale piece in consideration to the grand pieces of the Baroque, and this is a characteristic of the Rococo because of these small, intimate spaces like the salons in which you would be having your social gatherings. You don't want these gigantic statues. You want something that can fit nicely on your beautiful tabletop with your marble surface. This one here is made out of terracotta, so it's not extremely expensive material. It could have been done in marble or bronze, right? But that's also the appeal of it because it's a contrast to the extreme opulence of your room with all of the gold gilding and the marble and the shininess and the mirrors. And you would have this more roughly hewn terracotta piece as an offset in your elaborate decorated room. So what we have is a nymph. You know nymphs, right? Nymphs are those little forest goddesses, and a satyr. A satyr is half man, half goat. Top half man, bottom half goat. This is a mythical creature, and satyrs are known for their animalistic desires because, well, they may have the head or intellect of a man, but they have the lower portion of an animal. And so basically, satyrs are always hot and horny. So what do we have here? Well, we see a satyr and a nymph, and they are in a very beautifully tight embrace. She's pouring in his open mouth some wine. Wine because if you look at their garlands on their heads, they're wreathed in fruits and grapes, and all the fruits, well, grapes are fruit. All of these things can be fermented into wine, and satyrs are known for loving to drink and get drunk and intoxicated. And so here we see this nymph, as she's probably tipsy too, pouring into his open mouth. There's this erotic playfulness that, I mean, I don't need to tell you. You're in college. You know, people get tipsy and then they get flirty. So we see that happening. Then look at the touch. Look at the fingertips. Look at how she's falling into his lap and he's pulling her in with his fingers, right? And then as we trace around, we see them in this almost suggestive position here. Now, this is playing into exactly what I said about the Rococo. It's erotic, it's playful, it's sensuous. Oh, look at that arabesque line of her body. The movement around this piece just does not give us any sense of stability. Instead, it's almost like we are toppling, collapsing, and rising just like them. Oh, how lovely. Now, I want to show you one more. It's not in your textbook, but it's one of my favorites. It's this one here. It's called Cupid, and it's by a French artist named Falconet. And I love this piece. It's made of marble, but it's also small and meant to be on a tabletop. Now, just imagine this piece in a room like the Hôtel de Soubise' Salon de la Princesse, and you're there with your maybe your wife, but you also see your mistress, and your mistress is flirting with somebody else, and then you look. What is Cupid doing? What is he up to? He's putting his finger, he's going shh as he he's got his arrows. Cupid, what are you doing? Uh-oh. Have we just found out that he's up to more mischief? Is he going to cause more mischief, more love, more drama? He too is like a beautiful arabesque line, right? So these two statues here kind of show off not attention to mythology specifically, like Apollo and Daphne in the Italian Baroque. It's definitely not religious. They're not worshiping of Cupid or satyrs and nymphs. It's all about just the fun and frivolity of it all. And as you're fanning yourself and you look across and you see Cupid has got his arrows. Oh, give me some more wine. I want to be like that nymph and satyr.